Yo, we're back once again. And today, it's training day.
Hello, superstructure worker, and welcome to the training sector located in substructure 5. Please enjoy your time here knowing that your skills are valuable to the Superstructure Research Authority.
Alright, I mean, this suggestion comes from Evie in the Discord and Jesse CK in the Discord. Jesse CK simply saying, do a run on training sector, and Evie saying, do a run on training sector with everything maxed out. So, you're gonna try to max out everything in training sector, see how it feels. I mean, I haven't done a video on training sector, so, you know what, it deserves its flowers. It's the only game mode in WhiteKnuckle that I haven't done a video on. Might as well show it off. And also, at the top of the video, well, I'll be, you know, I'll be transparent. I did this for like 2 hours, like two and a half hours-ish. Yes, I got that much footage out of this, which I'll explain in a bit. And then my power went out mid-fucking recording. And I was like, awesome. That's so awesome. I don't even know if my power's gonna come back on. It eventually did, and when it did, all the footage, it got corrupted, because I was still in the middle of recording. So, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, a very long recording session, and I set the goal to get to 2,000 meters, and then I got humbled because maxing out training sector is actually kind of insane. It's very much like I was not familiar with your game. It's crazy. So I'm actually gonna. I ended up setting the goal to 1,000 meters, and even then, I was getting destroyed. So we're gonna see if I can get to 1,000 meters today. The best I think I managed to get was about 750, but you really can't stop in training sector. I'm very unfamiliar with these rooms, which is also a major factor. I don't know shit about training sector. I like never I like never do training sector. I feel like I've only done it like once on stream for like 20 minutes. And outside of that, maybe like once on my own, just for like 2 minutes, just be like, what is this? And then quit out. But as you're gonna see probably very soon, the goop is right there. Maxing out the speed of the goop, it's nuts. That's gonna be the single hardest part about this. There's gonna be also the robot barnacles, the row barnacles, or I don't know, the bio barnacle. No, the bio would mean it's like living. You know what I mean. This robot barnacles. There's gonna be turrets, there's gonna be drones, but the single biggest issue is gonna be the mass. It goes very fast. As far as I know, it doesn't actually accelerate at all, but its set speed that it starts at is really fast. And if we don't get a good head start at the beginning of a run, we're pretty much screwed. We'll see if I can clutch one out, but again, this is like, I'm telling you, it gets tense. At the start of the last recording, I was like, oh, it's training sector. It'll be chill. You know what? This will be like a simple video. Oh my god, messed that up. This will be like a simple video. Nope, this thing is stressful. You see my best difference, best distance 730. Yeah, I died a lot in that last one, but it's okay. I think I can make this happen. A lot of it comes down to just being really unfamiliar with the rooms. There's a lot of rooms that I really don't know the routes on, and we're gonna see how we deal. But one thing I have kind of noticed, and it's not the most useful thing ever, but at least from how it feels, the robot barnacles in this have like the old barnacle tentacle tech, where you can sort of like climb off the tentacles. At least that's what it feels like in this one. I don't know. It feels like they don't reel you in as fast as the normal mode, like the regular game barnacles. The only like downside to the robot barnacles is that you can't grab onto them. The barnacles in the campaign, you can grab onto like their bodies to climb off of and stuff, but you cannot do it with the robot ones. So, gonna have to be a little bit careful when it comes to using barnacles as platforms and stuff like that, because it's not gonna really be an option here. But yeah, I feel like, you know, some of these rooms I'm starting to get more familiar with. There is a room that's an absolute death sentence for the run, and it's one of the item training rooms. There's like a sub-region called item training, and most of them are doable, but there's one that's a very specific one that if we get it, it's pretty much death unless we're insanely ahead of the mass, which probably not gonna happen. and it's the one with rope rebars. There's a rope rebar one. It's kind of rare. I think all the time I spent, I only got it like twice. The issue with it is that it's extremely horizontal. In this game mode, when you have to just climb away from the mass, a long-ass horizontal room basically means that you're cooked. So, oh wow, we actually get it right off the bat. Well, I think we're ahead enough of the mass to oh no, that was a bad jump. No, we're dead. That's kind of crazy that we got it like first item training room. That's actually kind of crazy that we got it first item training room. That's the third time I've seen it today. So you see what I mean? It's probably possible. At that height, it was probably possible. Most of the time, like the last 2 times I got it, it was impossible. The mass was like right there with me the second I entered the room. I feel like if I ever had a chance at beating that room, that's what you just saw it. You just saw it, and we fumbled. So, hey, training sector has hands. I wasn't familiar. It's kinda tough. I was at least with like the max mass. Everything else about it is like chill. The enemies aren't really too big of an issue. The drones are kind of annoying. The turret placement can be kind of annoying. Actually, there's one room that has a dastardly turret placement that I'll see if I can point out if we get it. The barnacles, again, no issue. The mass is really what makes it so scary. But I simply have to clutch up, and I'm already warm because I've been playing for hours. It is really late. It's midnight, so this is probably going to come out late. But again, I lost power for like a few hours. And there was actually... I was on the verge of making like... Or I was in the contemplative period, right? Between 2 options, the 2 paths. One of which being... Maybe I just don't do a video today. I was very close to making the community post of like, guys, the inevitable has happened. There will not be a video today because my power went out and I don't know when it's going to come back. Luckily, I held out. And then option 2, which I also this is the dastardly turret placement room. This one, it's kind of bad. Kind of bad if you're not ready for it. Option 2 was like, maybe I could just like get on my laptop and like record like a PowerPoint, like a WhiteKnuckle PowerPoint, and do some bullshit with that. As funny as I think that would be, that probably wouldn't do very well. So luckily, we got the best option. My power came back. And we're dead again. So stuff like that, the drones can just kill you. The drones can absolutely kill you in this game mode. This is the trend so far. We get to about 250 meters and then my run ends. I think it's either 250 or 500, or the very, very rare 700. So, we'll see. I just gotta lock in. Again, getting more familiar with the rooms. I think 1000 is possible, but it's just going to be about me going fast enough in the early game, which, judging by those 2 falls that I just had, might not be possible. But it was kind of surprising that my power went out, right? Because it was storming, like, insanely bad earlier in the day, and last night it was storming really hard. I was like, uh-oh, my power might go out. But nothing happened. The power was on the whole day. Oh, the power never went out, and uh-oh. Actually, the power went out last night whenever it was raining, or whenever it was storming. But like during the day today, whenever it was storming, power never went out. I was like, okay, that was a close one. That was a close one. In fact, I was a little scared to start recording earlier because I was worried the power was going to go out. So I was like, okay, that was a close one. I think we're in the clear now. The weather has totally passed by. It's chill. We're chilling right now. Let me just start recording. And then, yep, a few hours deep into the recording, gone. Absolutely gone. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's some science behind that of maybe some sort of issues that happened during the storm that had to get like fixed afterwards. They had to turn off the power for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'm just playing video games. But by some miracle, the power did come back, which was a surprise. I was actually not expecting the power to come back until, like, tomorrow. So I'm actually very glad. At the very least, it's back. And I can hopefully clutch up on this challenge. There was a lot of funny shit, though, in that the lost footage. So, like, what happened, right? Because I have a setting on OBS set to be like, even if my PC crashes, ideally the footage wouldn't be entirely lost, and it like half works. It like half worked. Basically, the footage is still like viewable. Like I can open it, but whenever I try to put it into my editing software, it does not go in. It won't go into that, and I was like, God damn it. So I tried to like look up some sort of like fixes on Google or whatever. People were like, oh, you can use a Handbrake, which is like a encoding software. You can use that, and it should be able to fix the footage. I was like, all right, cool. Let me try that. Started up the render on Handbrake. It was gonna take 6 hours to render that footage, and I didn't even. I would have had to come back because I didn't actually beat the challenge in that recording. So I was like, well, that's just a non-option. So, oh well, the footage it's gone. It's gone. Sorry. But one thing I did talk about in that video that I wanted to mention again here, because it's worth talking about, is in Training Sector, I noticed that you start getting a lot of lore drops in like the saps here, and one of them making a mention of like, apparently there's like an anomaly, like doppelgangers of the climber that can show up while you're in the training sector through saps. Like, you know, saps just like says that. I don't think that it'll actually happen in game. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if they added like a 0.1% chance for the for like a doppelganger climber to show up. That'd be so scary. Which, by the way, that would be cool. And it reminded me that in the windows here, if you look in like the glass sort of windows, you can see like the silhouettes of people, like the Hell Valley sky trees from Mario Galaxy. And the reason I know that, I would stop and look at the windows, but also the goop is right there, and I don't really want to stop. Oh, but trust me, there you can kind of see him there. Pause the video, you could have seen him. The reason I know that is because hold on. I feel like that was a good run. No, it was actually 500. I wasn't even looking at the meter count. That was a battery bar throw. The reason that I know that is because I watched this lore video, WhiteKnuckle lore video by a one Sarone. In fact, I watched it on stream with Profuzz at one point. It's very good. It explains like the peripheries of WhiteKnuckle. So I'm gonna link that below. It's worth a watch. It's only like 9 minutes. That doesn't even take that much of your time. But it's very well put together. And it was a good video, and I don't know that I talked about it on. I don't think I've mentioned it before, so go check that out if you want to learn just a little bit about the lore. Which reminds me that most of the lore in this game is like in the Discord, like the WhiteKnuckle Discord, like messages that Holly has just said, which I don't know how I feel about at the moment. I mean, I wish it was all in game, but in the Linica interview, Holly was like, at some point, you know, everything I've said in the Discord will, in some form, be in the game, in terms of lore that you can find. I'm like, okay, that's cool then. I want to see how that sort of pans out. Because, like, right now the experience of, like, oh man, I wonder what this thing is. And someone's like, oh, it's this. It's like, oh, really? How do you know that? And it's like, oh, the dev said in the Discord. Oh. I feel like it'd be cool to find out some stuff in the game, but who knows? I'm sure eventually it'll all make sense. I wonder if they'll ever add like a codex or like a logbook. Like, I think the logbook is going to get overhauled, which was also mentioned in that interview. But some sort of codex to at least keep track of like all the notes that you pick up. That'd be neat. Like if you pick up a note, it like shows up in your logbook, what it said in the note and stuff. Oh, here we go. That's the doppelgangers quote that I was talking about. They don't really do anything apparently, but you can break their skulls. You can break in their friggin' skulls. It's like a backrooms denizen. The fucking backrooms. You guys excited for the Backrooms movie? That's coming out next week. I gotta get my ticket. Actually, I really do want to see that. That's one of those movies. It's like one of those things I think I mentioned in a video. Oh my god. Hold on, let's not joke around right now. Oh my, I got trolled by the robot barnacle. One of those movies that I've just been watching a bunch of interviews on. I'm very excited about it. It seems cool. I like the vibes. I do wonder how far Pickpuck could get in this. Pickpuck, go to the game. How far could they make it in the maxed out substructure? Or not substructure, maxed out training sector. I feel like, you know, this is, you know, it's a... What a contentious category, you know, the training sector. I'm sure people are running it on the daily. But, you know, if anything, it is like kind of ripe for the pickings. A good record on training sector. Oh, which reminds me, actually, let me just talk a bit about training sector and like what even is it? What even the heck is it? I did a whole spiel before about what it is, and I'm realizing this is technically an entirely new video that I'm recording right now. So the training sector. Oh my god. Okay, we're just dead. Just get dunked by a turret. Training sector, pretty much what it says in the tin. It's supposed to be a way to kind of practice your skills of the game and learn, I guess, some sort of enemy interactions without actually being in the stressful environment of the campaign itself. Because obviously, you know, we have the mass like maxed out right now. You can run this without the mass. You can just run it with like it's fully modular. I don't really use it myself, but I am curious if there's any people that kind of use this to, you know, well, like train their skills of the game. As I've said before, I kind of just like bash my head against the walls to learn this game. Just like throw myself in the deep end. So I wouldn't really... I don't really see the like utility... Oh my... I don't really see like the utility of the training sector, but also I say that and I'm getting destroyed by this thing. But, you know, maybe some people... It's a bit less stressful to climb through the rooms here. And I guess if you can like get good at these rooms... oh, I missed a can of beans. We just walked by beans. It's okay. It would help you kind of go through some of the rooms, at least in silos maybe, a bit easier. And like shattered chambers. I would say like those are the closest to these rooms. But like, I also get like sort of Tangled Sink vibes in some of the rooms. Specifically the item training rope rebar room. That one reminds me of Tangled Sink. And the room that's like this size with all the platforms that get like higher and higher, that also reminds me of Tangled Sink, funnily enough. But this is like, you know, this is kind of like a Shadow Chambers-ish room. Maybe it's like, that one has like hints of that service shaft room, or variant where it has like the storage containers inside of it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know what I mean? But, oh, and then the drones show up. But, yeah, I'm not sure. But obviously, we have no access to perks. We have no access to trinkets. This is purely climbing. This is the just climbing mode. Which also reminds me, apparently... I've gotten comments about this, and I think it was also mentioned in like the Lineker interview, which I kind of found funny. There's definitely like some people that are like, I miss the days of when WhiteKnuckle had no perks, and it was just like all about the climbing game. And I was like, dang, I guess I was never around for those days, which I think was just the demo, really. Like, the demo didn't have perks. But I guess that's why they made Iron Knuckle mode, right? So people can, like, relive the early WhiteKnuckle experience while still playing on the current patch with all the new rooms and stuff. But, I don't know, for me, I like the perks. They add a lot to the gameplay. Could have just used the little wall thing in the mount, or could use the little brick in the wall. It's okay. But I definitely like what the perks add to the gameplay. If you ask me, that like makes it more of like the roguelite elements to it. I also wonder, because like the goop in this area, it kind of just sounds like iced tea, or like a glass of lemonade, with like ice cubes in it. I wonder what this goop is, because obviously, like in the campaign, the goop in that is like the souls of the damned or whatever the hell. It's just eating a bunch of people, and it's like there's like people in the soup. And then K-Coolant is just the freezing liquid. Wait, does it actually move? Yeah, it kind of moves. You can see the people in there. The freezing liquid, obviously that would kill you in Chimney. But I wonder what this stuff is. If this is meant to be some sort of training sector, would it have like goop that could kill you? Canonically? I mean, this does kill you, so I guess so. And if... I guess if the substructure was just found like this, and there was just an area that was kind of like for training, or it would make sense that the superstructure that has a bunch of rooms that kill you also has a training room that kills you. I guess it's fair enough. Okay, this is the one that killed me earlier. Oh my god, clench up. Punch the fuck up. Do I have a bean in my... No, bean me? Oh my god! Jump scare moments like that. Training sector, clutch up. Clutch up. Oh!
Notice. As of November.
Oh my god, it didn't land on the platform. We're good though.
All personnel in the superstructure are required to attend
Need another bean in my pocket right now.
informational seminar.
Grab this. Oh, okay, we're good. At least for now, unless we get like an item. Okay, no, we're good. This is the sector mastery sub-region. We should be fine. Or not. I actually don't know the. I don't know the layout. I don't know that layout. It's okay. Something that I wish worked a little bit different. And it it hasn't really happened on this recording. It almost happened in that past life, but it was happening like in the other recording I was doing, which made me talk about it. But I want to bring it back up. Is like the buffer when it comes to like dropping items that like have a use on them. So like the can of beans, for example. It would be so nice, at least for me, if like the second that you press the button to eat the can of beans, if you press like your 3 or whatever your drop button is, the like frame that you can drop it, it would drop. Like I wish you could buffer the drop earlier. You know what I mean? Right now you kind of have to time it with whenever you're holding the can, or like whenever you fully eat the food and then you have like the empty can in your hand. I wish I could just like, the second the animation starts, just press 3, and then whenever it's done, the item gets dropped. It's not so bad with the can, but it kept killing me last run because I would think I buffered a drop and I didn't, and I tried to go for a handhold and I die. But it happens a lot more often with like the flare gun, which is another thing that I wish had a bigger buffer window at least. At least for pocketing the flare gun, right? Because what happens a lot. Oh no. Hold on. What happens a lot with a flare gun is I'll shoot it and then reload, obviously. And I'm trying to buffer putting it into my pocket. So like I'll reload and then I'll press E, put it into my pocket. And then I miss the buffer. So I don't actually put it in my pocket, but I think I do in my head. And then I'll end up shooting another flare and then like knock myself off the edge or like almost kill myself. So that's just like a minor nitpick, but I feel like a bigger buffer window would be nice. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would create other issues. Okay, more item training. Let's lock in here. I think we get a ton of rebar here. I was actually scared grabbing onto that little windowsill there. There's another room that has a windowsill exactly like that one, but for oh, we're dead. Runs over. It was nice while it lasted. It was nice while it lasted. Man, I hate this room. If I could disable a single room, it'd be this room. It just kills the run. What was I even talking about? I like totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure in editing will be like, oh. I wouldn't like to talk about that. What was I talking about? I was talking about the item training. And then, I don't know. It just all left me the second I saw the rope rebar room. Oh yeah, also as you'll notice, this isn't what I was thinking of, but this is just like another point. As you'll notice, the only items we get here also are just beans, pittons, and rebars. It'd be kind of cool if like, there was like a rare room, or not a rare room, but maybe like a hidden syringe somewhere, or something. I don't know. I think that'd be cool. But, doesn't quite happen. I made a few jokes about like, oh, this looks like an area where there'd be a secret syringe at. If we were playing like WhiteKnuckle prop hunts, this is where I would hide as a syringe. It would be nice to have a little bit more variety with the items at least, because training sector, as it is, you get the least whenever you get items. Oh, another like sort of unique thing about training sector. This is actually one of the 2 game modes where you can get the Astronaut challenge complete, which if you don't know, Astronaut is climbing the entire diameter of Pluto in a single run. That's awesome. Climbing that climbing the full diameter of Pluto in a single run. The strat that I think most people try to go for is either going to like endless hab, or like endless substructure, or endless superstructure, and then getting a bunch of perks there, maybe you go for a climb lord length there, and then in the Delta Labs loop, you go to the ladder from there, and then just climb your heart out until you get to Astronaut. And even then, Astronaut will still take about like 3 days or so. It still takes a very, very long time. But theoretically, you could also do it in Training Sector, because there's technically no risk of dying if you don't have the mask on. The only issue with that is, I think, since you don't have any perks or like anything of the like, it would take so long. I can't remember the exact number, because I remember at one point someone in my chat told me like it would actually take this long, and I was like, what the fuck? But it was an insane amount of time. So that's like the true test of strength, is doing Pluto or doing Astronaut on Training Sector. I don't think anyone's gonna do that, because it's not like you get like a special Astronaut. You just get Astronaut, but it took you way longer than if you were just do the latter one, which already takes you a very long time. Bean me. Oh my god, bean me. Fucking bean me. Do you guys remember like there was like a Garfield website where they had like a bunch of different Garfield games, and there was one called like Bean Me, and it was one you would just like feed Garfield different coffee, and he'd be like, bean me, and oh my, we just drop reloaded the fucking bean cans right there. We just did a Borderlands 2 drop reload on that. Yeah, you would just drink different coffees, and there was like an atomic coffee, and it would fucking make Garfield explode and die. You could kill Garfield in the Bean Me game. I mean, he would just respawn, but like, yeah, you can drink a coffee that's so insane it makes Garfield explode. But that was a cool game. That website was so dope. They had like the Halloween Garfield games. What? Where you click the donuts? Oh my god. Those were peak. Those were fucking peak. I might have to play those in Halloween. Those were so good. And for some reason they had like a jump scare in them. Oh my. I could finish those in like 10 minutes, I bet you. I used to play those a ton when I was younger. Making good progress here, honestly. Shouldn't have said that, but, you know. Gonna go through Sector Mastery. I'm like really unfamiliar with these rooms. There's like one room that I feel like I actually recognize. Because the Sector Mastery rooms look very similar. Mass is catching up to us because we're so slow in these rooms. Oh, okay, well now it's gonna extra catch up to us because I missed a rebar twice in a row. Oh, where's the route here, man? I think we're dead. Fortunately, I think we're dead. Are we? Or fucking are we? There's a drone right... There's a turret right there, man. That sucks. Right behind us. Oh, wow. Okay, that was good. Oh, there's one more room of this? Are you kidding me? And there's a turret right above us? We're fucked. Dude, I didn't want to go into the path of the turret. I knew we would have got shot once and died. At this point, I'm going to be lucky to see it. Another 750. What? Oh, wait. This, by the way, this is the windowsill I'm talking about. For some reason, not grabbable. Even though there's other ones look just like it that are grabbable. It's fine. We climb. Oh! Let's climb. Like this? Come on now. Come on now. God! Thrown in this room. I don't think I've seen this drone in here before. Wow, I got dunked. Please. Okay. We're here. I don't know the route. It's right here. Walk in. Sector Mastery. Gotta get through this. And then we're back to basic climbing. What? The 250, 500, 700 curse. It's like clockwork. Well, that means I'm always dying in, like, Sector Mastery, Or I'm always dying in item mastery. Actually, yeah. That's what that means. It's just lock in on those zones. Which makes sense. I'm really unfamiliar with those, especially. And item mastery has a chance to just guarantee end your run with the rope rebar room. Sector mastery rooms. It's always these ones. This is whenever it like gets to the clutch of the fucking run. Oh my god, where do I go here though? Go across? I'm screwed. I think I went too slow. Let me go over here. Oh my god. I'm dead. Fuck, I needed to be faster by switching hands. Those like slanted platforms where you just slide down, I'm never ready for them. 617? Wait, starting to unlock a little bit. That's the highest number I've seen since the 750 or 730 or whatever it was. If I can just breeze through these early ones, I think it'll give me a bit more time to think whenever I'm in sector mastery. But it's about breezing through these early ones, which I'm still struggling with. Oh, wait. Wait, this is a time where the run might not be over. We're actually a bit ahead of the mess. Let's see. Never mind. Look at that! Or? Dare to believe? Oh my god. Yeah, no. There's still a lot left in that room. That's just a your run is dead room. Low-key, one of my favorite item training rooms. I shouldn't have used the double rebar, but it's okay. Okay, sector mastery. This is when we set up. This is when we set up. I think I have to hammer this in. Yeah, nice. Oh, that's bad. Probably lost a lot of height from there, or a lot of distance from the mass. I think we just re-over across here. I think that's the best bet when it comes to this room. Here we drop. We go here. Re-over over. Okay, I think this is the last room. I think there's only 3. I think. Let's stay locked. Drone's right behind us, they're gonna knock us off and kill us. Best climb, by the way. Fuck you. I shouldn't be alive. Basic climbing. Back to it. Nice. Okay, let's lock in here. I'm gonna have to hit a an item. Wow, and then we get the worst possible room in basic climbing. That's actually fucking dreadful. That's the worst possible room we could have gotten here, man. Go. Oh my god, that's barely a record, but holy sh... If I got literally any other room to start there, it would have been fine. Oh my god. Oh, I hate that room. Specific, like there's not even, it's not even guaranteed that a turret spawns there. So we have to get that room and then also get the turret spawn. If the turret didn't spawn, it would have been totally fine. The turret spawned, so we had to take like 20,000 more years than we would have had, like than we would have normally had to. Oh my goodness. course, just to spite me, they start me off with it this time. It's actually so sad. Well, we know what this room means. Back to the old sector mastery. Walk in here. Once again. How do you lock in with these guys around, though? Sit up! I'm sitting up. 3 bar over. Holy shit, we're actually really ahead of the match right now. We can't slow down. Let's not take that as a let's slow down. Let's take that as a the prospects are looking good. Last room, I believe. It's over here. Hitting me. Oh, that's such a big loss. It's fine. Get the rebar. Excellent. Back to basic climbing. Easy room to start off with. Best climb. Drones, fuck you. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. It's okay though. Okay. Oop is right there. I could use some food. There we go. Take this. Jump over. $800 meters. Kind of crazy. At the very least, his new PB. Hole, if I had missed that handhold, I would have screamed my fucking lights out. Okay. Worst room of the game? Yep. No turret, though. It's huge. It's actually not the worst room of the game, because there's no turrets. Go to this wall. That's a new fucking turret spot I've never seen in my entire life. Until right now. Until right fucking now. Oh my god! No way! As my first time seeing that turret. 900 meters, guys. I think that's the best it's gonna get. I think that's the best I'm gonna do. Oh my god, hard mode training sector. Now, this isn't even hard, this is max mode training sector. I think that's the best it's gonna get. It's almost... I've been going for an hour and a half. Holy shit. I feel like I've never seen that turret spot. Ever. Well, luckily, neither of the people that recommended this challenge actually put it a goal count. That was on me. But, hey. God, you gotta try this. You should try this. It's fucking hard. But that's... Maybe one day I'll come back and get 1K, but holy shit. It's tough. Hey. GG. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.